Alright, everybody. This is Animal Mork, and I am actually doing a little thing here with a special little guest, Av.
Hello.
Hi. I wasn't gonna do this, but... I told you I was gonna do that, by the way. Ow. Fuck, I cut myself, I think. Nope, I'm good. We weren't gonna do this, but since somebody is trying to poke the flames a bit, instead of letting it die out, this is gonna be a perfect opportunity. So, Mav, you want to explain what you were? Because,
I was a OPG family moderator and editor up until about a couple hours ago today.
Yeah, and I was a VIP until a few days ago when I finally got banned. And this is not going to be a full diss video, slander, don't hate Pocket, yada yada yada. I don't care what you think of him. If you say, oh, I fucking hate this dude because of what we say, this is one side of the story. Oh, Jesus Christ, you turned on your camera and you fucking glitched that out. Holy shit. Bro.
It glitched?
Oh, you're gonna want to watch that 1 minute into the video. Holy shit. But, we're just gonna explain this kinda out of nowhere. It's gonna be like a 20-minute video, 30-minute video. If you want to come back and forth and pause the video, you can totally do that. But this is not to make us seem like we hate Pocket. He's just turned into a person we do not want to hang out with anymore. So,
I wanted the man to succeed the whole time.
So, to start, I met him...
He gets in his own way.
Yeah, he does that. So I kind of met him when I was over on Mixer. I moved from Twitch to Mixer, didn't have that much of a following, I didn't care about moving. Because at the end of the day, I didn't have much to tie me down. I moved over, I made some friends, and then one of my friends here, Lord Blades, an Aussie buddy that I still play with, said, hey, you should go follow this dude. He's pretty nice. He plays with Feel the Burn, which is also a very, very amazing content creator. I will actually put that in the description, because I still stand by that. They're fun to talk to. I just can't play with them, because they only play ranked on Siege. And I don't want to sweat.
Sometimes you just gotta stay out of the arena.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you say that. But, we followed him. We're just kind of vibing with him. Had a fun vibe. He was very serious about his job. He took streaming seriously. He called it a job, which, hey, if you make enough money off of it, he was at the time, call it a job. Have fun with it. He even bought his PC off of it. And everything was going good. He would occasionally kick people out of his community. For example, one notable one would be both Cheesus and Monster Within, which are two people who were almost partnered. One of them was partnered over on Mixer. Those two, beautiful. I need to refollow Monster now that I think about it, because I unfollowed them like a year ago, admittingly, because of this whole thing. I can finally be free and talk to her again. It'll be great. But, Mixer died. We moved over. Kind of vibed. A lot of people didn't move over with us. They started quitting streaming because of it. I notably had to restart from like 200, 300 followers. That was pretty annoying. And then, this is where he started going haywire. He would go into a controversy almost every 2 months. He was at partner level. He would never hit partner because he would kick his friends out to the curve when he should have done it for partner, and that's about it. Then, he gets on a game called Fallout 76 because it's free on Game Pass. And this is where this nerd comes in, finds him one day walking around in the wastelands, and
hot micing.
Yeah, he was hot micing. And that's what he does
on an Xbox streamer. You know those things that people meme on for streamers for. Like, oh, why did I die in this PUBG kind of match? Why? Because you were hot micing. That's how we heard you in game chat and seen you.
He would regret hot micing in Riften. I'm just gonna say that. But I think he would enjoy it there from how many times the N-bomb drops.
No shit.
But we'll get to
I
that.
mean,
Oh, trust me, we'll
yeah.
get to that. So we're kind of sitting here. I'm just sitting here, sitting back, and suddenly, Maverick's here. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. You found a new person off of playing that. Nice. I can't get into Fallout 76. It's not my game. But hey,
Hey,
if
come
you
on,
like it,
Nick.
you like it.
You're not ready to retire from FPSs yet. It's okay. Okay, I'm retired. I was a former Battlefield player. You know, and me and my buddy, we looked at 76, and it's the retirement home for FPS players. We don't want to sweat anymore. We just want to go around shooting stuff with our friends.
And shooting out nukes at somebody's base that we got pissed at.
That can happen,
Yeah,
yes.
it's way better than ESO, where you had to keep your numbers in check.
What are you talking about? Hey, my numbers are great. My numbers are great.
Oh, I
We're
have to
actually
keep my
getting away
numbers in
from
check, or I'm gonna
ESO.
pull aggro from healing too much. Uh, that's an issue in every game that I play, though. I just have a really good healing build half the time.
Come on, playing off tank for like 3 or 4 years at ESO, it's fine. You're fine. It's always the tank's fault, and we accept it, even though it's not our fault. Damn it, the mechanics just built that way.
But as we were saying, he's sitting here hot micing. He beats Mav. Mav 2 months, 3 months later, almost burped. Not gonna lie, coffee's getting to me. So the beer. You know which? I'm just gonna hold both of these like I'm fucking an addict here.
Double fisting. There we go.
Actually holding both of them. That's the funny part. Well, not the coffee. I had to put that down because it was in a horrible position. But still, long story short, man gets modded and turns into an editor because his only editor basically just said, I quit doing this shit. Bro, rip Bear.
Well,
Bear
actually,
gave
no.
up.
I was editor before. Oh, well, no. I was mod before Bear, and then he got editor, and then I got editor. And and the whole time I'm like, I'll be honest, because I mean, Pocket's like trying to get me a stream again. I haven't, mind you, I haven't streamed since like 2014, 2013 when I was doing Forza shit. All right. Uh, because I'm from Twitch, so I'm like I'm YouTube and Twitch. All right, those were my two. I watched a little bit of Mixer before it crashed and everything, but I didn't meet you guys there. I met you on
He played
Twitch.
GTA all the time. You weren't gonna meet him.
Actually, no, at that time I was also playing a little bit of GTA, so it's like one of those like I was
No, so you
floating
didn't look at the
around.
top streamer that he always flexes about?
What GTA? No, I was watching the RP scene
Yeah, he was
because
on console. He's not gonna be playing RP.
yeah, no, that's it's GTA. If you're not watching RP, I don't even know what you're watching anymore. Most of that game's been broken. It was broken from the start. Most of the people I knew when that game came out already had millions of the coin, all the houses, cars that weren't supposed to
I
be
remember
in.
day one, everybody would go around trying to find the shittiest muscle cars of all time and flex off
Hey,
their shit cars.
I still think if I go on my Xbox account for GTA, I have Franklin's Buffalo in multiplayer,
Oh
okay?
lord.
Because people were just giving that car away at one point. Like, "Oh, you
I
want Franklin's Buffalo? Here, have it."
I still have my shit beetle from over in that area
But no,
because what my friend group would do, we would get the ones that look like beetles over there. We'd get the shit beetles and we'd just fully trick them out. And it was great. I have
oh yeah.
fond memories of that old shit.
But no, for like that time area, if you gotta remember, I'm an ESO player. I'm looking up big numbers. I'm looking for those kind of videos and stuff. So definitely, he's never gonna get into my damn search pool. All right, I'm doing statistics and mathematics on character builds and MMOs.
The only big numbers he statistically actually had was, for example, over on Mixer, where Mixer he would be doing 100, 200 views, but most of those would actually be coming from hosts Matter of fact, because he got hosted like 70, 30 hosts, like a shit ton of hosts.
Oh yeah. And
And it was just like insane. And they would all give 1 to 2 viewers each. So this man was just sitting here, shit ton of views, bada bam, bada boom. Like, he was vibing at the end of the day. And this is where his ego started to go into place here, where he thought, oh, I can just go move the Twitch, be fine, get the same amount of views. No, you had to start all over because Twitch is way different, bud. So
way different.
if you haven't heard what Twitch is, basically, Mixer was view per tab. You had 3 tabs up on 3 different accounts. That's 3 views. You have that on Twitch. Guess what? You have jack shit. So it was basically a whole different game, and I don't think he ever understood that, to be completely honest. Because it was just straight up him thinking it was going to be easy. You know what the fun part is? Alright, so I'm going to be pulling up the Mixer data that I can still look at.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot that he didn't have an extra E in his name like a nerd. Hold on.
Oh, the extra G?
Here, yeah. So, he's actually... Alright, so... Looking over here. I'll pull this over here. He used to be sitting at about 10.8. Display capture does not want to work, though. Hello? Hi? Would you like to work? No? Aha! Got it. He was actually the 1,041st person follower-wise. And top 1,000 views. Like, yeah, he's definitely going to be getting overhit by everything else, like, big partner-wise, like Shroud, yada, 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 yada. But this man was hitting, like, wow, he was actually hitting a few followers a day by the Twitch stats, apparently. But basically, it was just like, his ego got overinflated by this shit. And when he moved over the Mixer, he started off 20, 30 views, doubtful but okay, playing Battlefield 5 with no chat on, and then he suddenly gets his chat on, and then finally realizes, oh, I actually have people watching me. What the hell? And then this is how he started streaming. And it was like, okay, that's a cool origin story. I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go stream World of Warships once. And then I named myself Admiral Morkbork. And then it just stuck. Like, better origin story than me. I won't lie. But if you set your ego that high to have, oh yeah, I need to be at that 100, 200 view range, and we'll get to that, don't worry. You are going to set yourself up for failure unless you have a gigantic break, like a couple thousand people follow you at once from a gigantic raid, that type of shit. Kind of doubtful that his personality would kind of keep them around if he did that. But, you know, hey. Because it's the type of personality where if you come every once a century to his chat, he'll be like, oh my god, this is the person I was talking to like a year ago. How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. To, you show up every day and you start getting yelled at for not doing one thing or the other.
Oh yeah. I was when I became mod, I just became mod at a random. Like I had modded before for my buddies and stuff like that, and doing stuff for like racing stuff, but modding a 50-person chat, no, I ain't done that at the point. But then you're realizing as you're going along, it's not really for 50-person chat. It's a 50-person hosted stream. And it's completely different. because it's still only the couple few chatters that are going to be there. And it's nice, you get the intimate experience with the streamer still. But at the same time, you look at it and you're like, um, how do I mod this? You know, what do I do? Am I just going to be the chatter as well? You know, I would, so me and my nature, I'm a lurker by nature. If I need to mod, I'm gonna, I'll kick a bot, maybe approve a message after I get the feel for who I'm working for, Don't need to like approve a message they don't like. But all of a sudden, I wake up one day, I'm mod, and I'm like, I have no clue what's going on here.
By Mario Kart, he got rid of a shit ton of mods at that exact point because
yeah,
none of
so
them
I'm
were
like,
showing up.
yeah, and I was showing up every day just because, I met him on Fallout. I was hanging around. I informed him at the point, because at the point, Fallout was on a downswing. And I'm letting him know, like, I love this game, but it's on a downturn. If you're trying to grow, bounce out right now.
Oh, that's when they
Grow
added the battle
somewhere else.
royale. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
downturning so badly because of it.
I was enjoying the fact that they ended the battle royale, but I knew for streamers and people like that, no, it's gonna be
It's gonna be dead.
terrible.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
dying. He could have stuck with it and actually gained a nice viewer base off of it, but this is not the type of person we're talking about here. He
No, not
will
with his attitude.
he will say, "Oh shit, I'm losing viewers. I need to hop games." Which will then
And that
incentivize the problem, making it worse and worse until he gets offline and just goes host somebody. It's so stupid. That I'm surprised I dealt with it for 2.5 years because I have a short temper.
And the biggest thing with like the Bethesda community, and that's where he was at, and I don't think he understands,
Don't diss the game.
No, you can diss the game, but you got to diss the game from a right perspective where you've played the others and this, that, and it's a very, particular group of people that, hey,
You
we want to make
basically
sure you know what you're talking about. That, yes, Todd Howard sells us sweet lies and we buy them, tell him he's an asshole, but we accept it.
you also have to be the point where you can say, hey, I've kind of fucking hate this faction in this game, but in the other Fallout, like for example, Fallout 1, Brotherhood was actually a fun faction to deal with because they were very isolationist and they were the pure Brotherhood. Fallout 2, they actually started letting Wastelanders in more and more often because Fallout 1 had, the isolation. Oh, all of these assholes are gonna go kill us, basically. So they said, no, go away. We don't need you here. Until the Chosen One, aka the person, actually, no, it's not the Chosen One, it was the Vault Dweller. Haven't played it in a year. Hi. The Vault Dweller made them learn to trust people a tad bit more. Then the Chosen One met them. They were the descendant of the Vault Dweller. Bada bam, bada boom. You can't just go play Fallout 76 and say, oh, this game's fucking trash. Why do I play this shit? When you don't know the experience of the other games. Because that community will rip you into shreds. You also can't say, oh, what the fuck's the NCR? That will really piss people off. Or, what the hell's the Brotherhood? Which I haven't heard before. Did he ever even do any of the story?
No.
No, so he didn't choose
Well,
a
no,
faction.
actually, he didn't start doing story until I think Kilo started telling him to do the story or something like that.
Oh, yeah, he wanted access to nukes.
Yeah. And it's like, no, you can't do anything like that until maybe play the story.
Yeah, you can't nuke people until you either A, do the mainline faction, or B, do the Enclave. Which, I'm surprised they put the Enclave there, but hey, that's...
Yeah,
they're doing, I guess.
I mean, that's like, it's more of an answer. Well, it was supposed to be an answer for a PvP thing. There was supposed to be like a 4-faction PvP thing going on later.
Oh
The
lord, so it's
posting.
gonna be ESO all over again?
Yeah, no, they were actually looking towards that, and it was a good idea, but
Cool, I'm learning things in the middle of this recording. Hi. But
well, like I said, I was deep into the lore and shit that was going on, and like this is and I'm going to, let's be honest, a COD streamer. This is what he wants to be. He wanted to be a forehead COD streamer. He'll tell everyone, I want to be a COD streamer. I want to be a forehead COD streamer. That's the best thing in the world to him. And it's like, why aren't you playing COD then?
if you play COD more, then people would actually stay for your COD content. Or honestly. Oh yeah, no what? I'm gonna slightly burp because I know if he listens to this, he'll get pissed off at it. Oh yeah, that's one other thing. I had to mute myself every time I burped because I don't
Now,
say "excuse me" online like a mongrel.
uh, it's a dirty little secret, but everybody kind of knows it. For your clickbait videos and stuff like that that are on YouTube, this and that and the other, from the COD players in this and that, they lower their MMR rating. Why? Because when you lower your multiplayer rating for PvP, you get your 360 no scope clips that you're always looking for. And this is a secret that most COD streamers already have been doing for the past 6 years.
He hasn't been doing it. He's too proud of his 20 kill games at his MMR he's at.
And as much as that is cool, unless you're on a team and doing team stuff, it ain't gonna help you. Like, it's just unfortunate. I may love to play Zelda and have fun, but if I'm not speed running Zelda, there's a guarantee most people aren't gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, it's just is what it is.
Yeah, you got to know your market, and he always tries to bring in what he thinks the market should be instead of what the market is.
Ah, yes, getting to the viewer talk. So, he would basically say, hey, raid me, and try to get our viewers to come to him. That is somebody, that's something that everybody does, streaming wise. But when you get a raid, and then you say 2 seconds later, if you don't follow me or talk to me, you're a fucking pussy. They're not gonna want to talk to you, Pocket. Like, sorry to talk to you directly because you're probably either listening to this while vaping. Nice liquid, by the way.
Thank you.
I can't do that still. It's great.
Well, it's better than cigarettes, and I quit cigarettes on our October this past year. So,
I'm giving you a thumbs up. But guess what? You call people a pussy every 2 seconds, they're not going to talk to you or interact with you. All you're going to do is alienate more people who would be your main viewer source, which would be lurkers. Because guess what? 70% of people on Twitch are lurkers.
true. And if not, they're spurgs, which means they'll talk shit on your gameplay 24/7. They will pet you every now and again. They will pet your mods before they pet the streamer. Why? Because that's Twitch. Twitch has been this way. I've been here since 2013 or 2013, and yeah, no, it's always been this way. You could ask all the big streamers, everyone else, all the small streamers that have been here a long time. If Twitch is popping and your chat's popping and you're a multiplayer gamer, they're gonna be talking shit on every one of your deaths, and they might acknowledge your good kills and your good rounds. They might acknowledge it. If you're having a great day and all that, yeah, they'll be cheering you on. But if you're having a bad day, oh yeah, good game. All right, let's see if he's failing again. Why? Because it's just Twitch chat and human nature to watch something fail and cheer the failure on for some reason. It's terrible, but it happens. And Twitch has always been this way. What does he do? Oh no, they're acting out of pocket to me. I gotta call them out, blah blah blah, and attack the viewership. And it's like when you're attacking the viewership like this, this is why when people raid you and stuff like this from nicer communities and they see it, they don't want to go back, and they always ask, like, why do you even raid this guy? Why do you do this? This is like completely opposite of what you're, what you grow as a community. So,
In my experience, it's better to welcome people in because they'll actually talk to you if you are nice to them. Not this. Oh, my viewers, if you don't go follow this person who rated me right now, use a bitch or use a pussy.
oh yeah,
Just don't do that. All you're going to do is alienate more people and throw them out of your potential viewer window. Like, I usually stop talking when I get pissed off, so I don't actually yell at anybody. Just because
yeah.
I want to hurt nobody's feelings. Except for Pocket, he fucking deserves it at this point. But hey,
But hey, also at the same time, I hope it may hurt his feelings, but if he's watching, I hope he grows from this.
that
Take
is
it
another
as
point. I do
take the
hope he grows from this shit and actually learns to
take the
take criticism.
criticizing points and learn from it.
Too bad he's going to listen to all the good parts and not the bad parts. But hey,
Well,
whatever.
that's also what human nature wants you to. They want to do that, and especially the way he is right now. He wants to stroke his mentality, but hey, no, you need a kick in the ass real quick. We're sorry, it has to happen. You can't trust certain people around you right now. The, okay. By the way, when I was said I was an editor for the OPG family in uh, this means I moved the host around. All right, so I kept the host moving, this, that, and the other,
To
and
add on
then
to this, he does not raid. He would only raid when he had 10 people in his chat to actually give lurkers, yada, yada, yada.
yeah.
And this one's funny, so Mav can explain this.
But he always wanted the host moved around, to boost up people's views, even though Twitch doesn't really acknowledge it, especially since the rating issue that went on a couple months back. But uh, he always wants the host moving, and he wants it moving about every half hour, to be honest. But the only person that ever messaged me, well, first two people did in the beginning. Blitz cared a little bit when he, before he was mentally broken, and now I don't even know who that man is anymore because he just wants to pick fights with everybody. But it's one of those things that, Mort told me every day, hey, the host is down. And he knew he
I
got a
would
50.
go into my corner and scream, "Man down!"
Yeah,
And
the host is
occasionally, when
down.
he was asleep, I'd message the other ones because I knew they could do it.
Now,
Oh, I also
now in the
improved something.
beginning, in the
28 minutes into the video, you're gonna love this, by the way.
yeah, but in the beginning of this, I'd host Mork about, I'd say 45% of the time, maybe 40% of the time if he told me this, and then I move it to someone else because I knew it needed to move around. All right, but it moved up more to 50%. Do it to Mork because, well, he's the only one caring about this damn host getting moved.
I'm almost the
And
only one on at some points because he was losing
he's
more and more people because of
also
his
he ran
nature.
backup, and we always knew that Mork ran backup, usually about 2 hours, 3 hours after Pocket
I
started
ran back
streaming.
up and I did not care about grabbing anybody from his host, though it would have been fun to meet new people.
But it was more of, at the time this was all set up, Pocket's internet was hit and miss. He was still trying to get it set up, hadn't had all the issues, you know, that happened. But even afterward, we never even made like a meeting or anything like that about, hey, are we running the same system? Your internet's stable. Can we move, can we move Mort to go actually go have fun with his normal viewership?
Oh, my normal
Can he get
viewership
some
was in the middle
sleep?
of the night, but then I started streaming in the actual mornings to go back up and then go 15 hours until he went to
Yeah,
sleep and then yada yada yada. Which,
yeah.
to
Which
be
he ran
fair,
the day.
was fun.
Mork was running a day shift, which we needed a day shift, and he he was running day. We had Blitz running day, and I would hit and miss in the mornings because, well, I could do a little bit of the morning. But the longer Pocket kept going, it was more of, oh, I'm not gonna raid you at the end of your stream, buddy. Like, this is where the raiding also comes back up. I'm getting ready, and I'm feeling bad, so I'm like, I've joined the stream team, or it's not a stream team yet at that point, but we're I'm like, I don't want to raid him. I'm gonna hit either like Blitz or Mort or so one of our day streamers to get their ball rolling to make it to you. You know, maybe throw up a stream
Ooh.
at night in case to make it to Pocket.
So I can double up
Y-
on this. I was actually single-handedly moving two hosts at once because I would go and when Blitz was offline, when he was doing this entire shit where he would be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be streaming," I'll be like, "I got you." Immediately move it over to, for example, it usually was me because nobody else was on, or I would move it to Pocket in the morning and Rena.
Rena, yeah,
Yeah,
Rena has her schedule as well, but she's actually I got no problems. Rena's great. Rena's
I have no
set,
problems with her. I
organized.
just had to warn her to
Yeah.
not show up in my chat because I don't want her to get in
Yeah, it's
trouble.
like we're all in trouble. We're all we're the bad kids all of a sudden, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. You gotta call it out sometimes with what's going on. Um, but no, we were moving the host. We got the edit. We had all this shit. We're trying to get the schedule going,
And he was
but
actually
the
growing at a good rate too, mind you, like growing
mm,
20, 30, 40 people a day, like new
mm,
people. They were actually coming back for a sizable bit. He got partnered with War Thunder as well, which,
oh yeah, I mean.
not my game.
Yes, he had the fire, but he was recovering after the fire. And it was one of those, like, he was doing good. All right.
The only problem that
But,
I think scarred him was the fact people actually used the fire as what he would call clout, where they were trying to get pocket money out of Pocket's
oh,
fire.
yeah, they're trying to get pretty much donation monies in their stream, even though it wasn't going to be donated to him, for his cause. Shit, that's all fucked up, too. That shit should
No,
have
I can
never
agree
gone
with
down.
that, even if I don't like Pocket at the moment. No,
Yeah,
that is fucked up, man. Like,
that,
you
that
don't do
shit is
that for a tragedy.
bullshit.
You
Yeah,
know,
no.
so there's an article on this, and I had to look it up to see if it was real, just because of how Pocket talks. It honestly felt like he was 100% capping
Oh, yeah.
at the time. But then I read the article, he kept talking about it in a shit ton, and the article literally lined up, and I'm like,
Mm,
damn,
oh, yeah. No, it's
I don't think I would be able
like,
to do that with my grandmother because she's a fat, you know
oh
what.
yeah, no,
But hey, I'd be dragging
no.
her by her hands probably.
You do what you can, you do what you can, and he did what he could, and
Yeah,
props to him for it. He did what he could. He got everybody out. But it's one of those that all right, he's coming back from a fucked up situation. He's got growth going, but he got into his own head or something because all of a sudden he starts moving on to later and later, like pushing it longer and longer, and it's like, well, at a certain point you drop off, and you drop off,
yeah,
and
he
you
got into his
should.
own head and he was only thinking about the money and having high viewers, where he wanted to get as much money as possible, which I can understand that. With what his rent was apparently, he had to get like like a
Oh yeah,
thousand.
no, he had it. Yeah, no, he is right. Yeah, all that. He needed to get the money going, but at the same time, also you have to realize that when I say you drop off, it's not you're dropping off the views. It's you drop off your energy at the end of your stream.
Yeah, you can't
It's a
just
completely
say,
different show.
"Oh, I'm going to be going
Mhm,
what he does," which is so
mhm,
so
mhm.
energetic. It's not even funny for 10 hours. Then he starts dropping off. I'm not
Yeah,
energetic in the least when I stream, but I will still like do the stupid moments, yada yada yada. And if I'm tired, I'll just keep doing the stupid moments until I feel like getting off.
yeah,
Cause
but
mine's a chill stream, so I'll be like, "Hey, chill out with me. I'm gonna vibe with you guys. Yada yada yada. I got bored of staring at a random profile pic for my thing, so I may or may not have put my VTuber there. By the way, I ruined the
It's
surprise for
okay.
you. I was like,
But one of those things is when you do what he's doing is you could you know you could do the 8 to 10 hours. Cool. Honestly, do it at 8. Save your 2 hours of energy. Try to get some YouTube clips out of what he's doing because that's honestly should have been done. All right, should have been done a long time ago. If he was getting YouTube clips for his actual MMO or well, even when he was doing RuneScape, that like RuneScape, he was okay. He was doing great, He had a following on RuneScape, and then he just stopped playing it. you know, it's one of these like he gets into a game and then just drops it, and then wonders where the viewers went, and it's like they were there for the game. You hadn't hooked them completely on your
yeah,
personality.
that's the one thing that a lot of people did not understand with like most of the games that popped off. Like Among Us, definitely, where they're there for the game. They don't give a rat's ass about your personality. If your
No, they're
personality's shit, they're gonna not give a shit about the personality worse. Just to let you know, but I
No, the Among Us era was only for at least YouTube and Twitch and all that. That was done because of great content coming out from great interactions of communities. All right. Was there trash interactions of communities that went on in the background? Yes, definitely. Were
that's
friendships
every
broken?
community, however.
Yes. All this shit happened. But at the same time, if you wanted to tap in to the Among Us crowd, you needed to have a group of people that you could chat with at least once a week and have that fun game as content. If you couldn't do that, you were never going to tap in. Yes, you could do the playing with viewers. Yes, you could do that. And you're going to find some great people that, will suss out people and have fun and do that. But is it going to be okay, we go on to our next game and, guaranteed that person's coming back to watch the show? No. That's not it. You got to keep the show rolling. And that's sometimes I think he forgets that this is a show no matter what. Like we're putting on a show to entertain. Yes, we're playing the games we want, we're doing what we want, but at the same time, we're also trying to entertain
And
the audience.
that's the one thing he never understood. It's called you actually have to stick with the game, even if it's pissing you off. If it's pissing you off to the point where he would probably have said, N word, which
That's
we're
understandable.
we're still going to get to that. Don't worry. You know what? Let's get to it now.
Yeah.
So he would do these things called team meetings. He would basically bring all of us in there, and it would be I want to say Mixer toxic, where Mixer basically referred to their streamers as property, but it got
Oh
pretty
yeah.
close.
Yeah, it got pretty close to that. Um Referring to people in derogative terms, stuff like that. And he would act like it's not, but the way he's actually wording this stuff, it is. And it's like you don't understand that, yeah, no, you're using it in the way it should never be used. You're using it as yes, no, you're using it as if you owned the person and no man owns me,
Yeah, a woman owns
as
you.
I say. No, no, no. I love her. There's difference.
So if they try to take the racing wheel, you're done. Got it. I hate that I got a. I hate that I got that.
Pretty much. Oh, no, 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 taking the car away.
No car for you. You are not taking it away. Thank you very much. Khajiit like car.
But yes, no, it's one of those like it is a show, you must keep the show rolling. And if your show's dying, yes, he's learned that he's learned finally. Does he need to get some entertainment between his breaks? And does he need to take a little bit of a break to grab a snack? Yes, probably should.
That's the
Grab
one
a
thing
snack,
he's
grab a
learned
smoke.
from.
Yeah.
He will get people on to actively chat with the community. Blitz will just talk about, Pokemon for 2 hours and then
Po-
make people leave. But
Pokemon
hey,
cards. Oh yeah.
or Lost Ark, either or.
Either. Yeah. But I mean, Pokemon cards was fun. But at the same time, if you can't see the Pokemon cards,
Why are you talking
because
about
this
him?
is the other point. Sometimes when you do a walk away, sometimes you need to be able to do. Hey, I'm gonna walk away for like 40 minutes.
That's the one that. Oh.
Of course, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
And that probably did some stuff on the thing
Yeah, don't
too.
worry about it. Just
But
get your
yeah.
cam back up,
So
and that's about it. Oh, Lord.
so what happened was, so before Discord crashed.
Before
On
Discord
me.
had an oopsie.
Uh, no, we had shit. Was lost my train of thought because damn fucking Discord crashed on me, and I'm pissed.
It's basically a
uh,
situation of he thought he owned other people's streams to get views, where he would be like, "Oh, you're cut off for a week if you didn't raid him enough," type
oh yeah,
stuff. For
you
example,
didn't
one other person who was a VIP, Becca, did a 24-hour stream for. Where did they do that anyway?
on I was what, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'd say like middle of July.
Why did she even do that? I think it was out of nowhere. Like somebody encouraged her to
Um,
do it.
getting ready for NerdCon.
Ooh, yeah. She has
It was
her entire
strategy.
costume for that too, and I've seen it. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, no, she's getting ready for NerdCon, and
And
it's
at
a
the
great.
same
It was a great
time,
strategy for that. I'm like, do a 24-hour, maybe possible like subathon type thing to try and get NerdCon hyped up. And that's like, yeah, okay, you're 1 month out, good call.
and some money for more outfits typed up. Like, yeah, cool.
Exactly.
But
Get
the
some
only
more stuff
problem
for the stream.
is doing that around Pocket, where Pocket is sitting here playing Chimera Land, Furry Arc, basically. And he's sitting at 100, 110 views, 120. Really good for him because he was doing vibing. Like, he could have actually hit partner off that game if he actually kept it consistent.
Oh
But
yeah, no,
he
it
started to grumble and complain about Becca not rating him, even though he was 15 hours into stream and about to end it.
oh yeah. This is why I pretty much ended streaming at a certain point, because I was like, he wanted me to start streaming, but I wasn't gonna tell him why I stopped. Why? Because you're 15 hours in, you get mad if I don't raid you, and you're gonna end it, and what was the point of me raiding you? You know. It's like, if
Yeah.
I'm rating to a channel, it's just gonna drop off. Yeah, you're boosting your host. You're not rating anyone. You're not growing. Like, you're not sending. You're not willing to give up the people that lurk in your chat. You don't think they'll come back. You don't have faith they'll come back. And it's like,
I don't have faith anybody's gonna come back. I just do it anyway because it helps people.
exactly. I mean, if they come back, they came back. If they didn't, well, shit happens.
He would also lurk in the middle of people's streams, and you could honestly hear the stream sometime. And
Oh,
he would. I think he got solidly pissed, I think, about 3 or 4 times in the last month when I was still around him, where he would get. Like, he would see a raid from a certain person, and all he would do is, what the fuck?
oh
Out of
yeah,
nowhere.
no.
It happened with Dragon, like,
Mhm.
I think twice. If I remember correctly, I think it actually happened with Blonde Belly, which was one of the people I met off of Ascension. And I think one other time, I don't remember what it was. And it's just like, dude, These are people. Dragon, yes,
Yeah.
cool. He will raid people. He'll raid
Oh yeah.
whoever he's following. He's not gonna raid you when you're 15 hours in and about to quit.
Oh yeah. No, and it's
Because
like
he will mentally think, oh, that's a 5 view. They're gonna go away, and you're just gonna end it in 20 minutes anyway.
exactly. Like, I mean, let's be real. He's done it so many times. Like, we've seen it happen. We've watched it happen. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get on chest.
Oh,
Oh, raid me, raid me, raid me.
there was a time where I was on
Oh,
Ascension. That was the same week that I got yelled at too. Same week that Becca got yelled at, I was on Ascension, and I said I was gonna raid him because he was on bloody chess because I didn't want to put people to sleep.
well, no, it's the thing. Like, if you play chess, you gotta talk chess. You gotta keep moving. It's one thing, but
All
you're
he's
doing it
doing is
at
staying
the
silent and doing.
yeah. Doing hardcore mouse abuse.
When
I'm
when
just
he
saying
gets
it.
pissed, he does.
Hardcore mouse. Oh yeah, the hardcore mouse abuse. Mouse abuser.
Like that's all you're gonna hear, and then occasionally, oh, what the hell?
Oh yeah, but it's one of those like you hear the slamming of the mouse, the clicking, and the pouncing of the mouse. And it's like, why are you so bad at the mouse? What did it do to you? Be calm. You're playing chess.
It's just is what it is. That's how his personality is. I don't know how I dealt with it for 2 years, as I said, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. But considering his mod and multiple, it just him in general won't leave it alone because he literally said he had somebody recording my stream trying to get some dirt on me that just plainly doesn't fucking exist because I'm just gonna laugh at your face. God, I was. Oh my God. Wanna know why I
Yeah,
was so
was it?
silent?
Hold on. Is it the same guy that's gonna record his team meetings that told us all that he's gonna record his team meetings to catch him slipping?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're
Yeah.
watching this, Blitz was trying to record you say the N word multiple times. Don't know what
Oh yeah.
reason, but hey, that was the thing.
But could be because he kept yelling at him for doing long streams and doing 24-hour streams. Could have been. Could have been. You know.
I don't. I think I actually have that dirt though, which is the funny part,
Mhm.
because one of the times I jokingly slammed on my keyboard for the joke in the party, and it actually hit, I think, F6 when I was not streaming. So I do probably have that somewhere on my recording hard drive. But hey,
There we go.
but this entire kind of beef started when I was streaming. He was not streaming. It was the morning. It was about 7, 8. I decided to stream. Said, why not? Joined a few friends on Siege. And then sitting here, just vibing. Got up to 17 viewers, which is really good. I think it was the same day I met Husky. Which, if you're watching this, hi. And I get a viewer, and I'll call him out too, Rancid Joy, which was from him. And I'm like, oh, that's rare that I get somebody from his side of the community. And I was going to praise him because of the, fact that not a lot of people actually go into his Twitch group and follow the other streamers. It just does not happen. Telling you the truth right now. And he apparently got in the stream as I said that and said, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, okay, whatever, cool. Got removed from the Twitch team. Didn't get removed as a VIP. And I was like, okay, whatever. He's gonna start some beef. I don't give a shit. Until you have fun with this story, because I wasn't awake for this. Because this is a doozy.
Oh yeah. Then he starts up stream that night and immediately accuses, as soon as he gets all of his raids in front of everybody and make sure all the people that are on, because he's mad. He got hit with the 250 bomb raid a couple days earlier. This is all the same time that, the 24-hour stream's going down. This is, everything's all going down, right? And he got hit with the 250. He's doing another 15-hour stream. Why? Because he doesn't want to let the viewership die. He's already dropped 100, going down to 90 views, and everyone's been doing their stream. Everyone's moved over. All right. This is what happened. That's why no one rated. We knew he was ending. The next time he streamed, he calls everybody a view stealer, this, that, and the other. Mind you, it's like been a day or two. Admiral's warned the editors that the host has gone down. That's all he's done. All right. And this guy's straight up accusing him and Becca of being view stealers, this and that, and the other, in the very beginning of the stream. And I'm like, I can't even listen to this shit. Like, it's that bad. Like, I have to step away because it's like, what the fuck happened? Because all that happened was he didn't get rated one day. Morks told him or told the editors it had to, the host needed move. And it's all gone to fucking hell in 1 second. And I'm like, what? Why? Why is this happening? How
Yeah.
did this happen?
I
What's
was
going
like,
on here?
all right, now I'm done. Next day, for
Now,
instance, I did piss him off a shit ton in his chat just to get me out of his community, like full ass ban. I didn't care I had 7,000 hours. No, I really didn't care. Not at all. I was like, nope, I'm done. You're gone. I think the funny part is I'm actually growing faster than when I had Pocket near me.
well that was one of the things. Like every time, like even when I did stream and I hosted him, I ended up rated him. My guys got banned. Why? Because they call him out for his bullshit. Every time they start calling him out for his bullshit, and I'm like, yeah, I
I think
can't
one
help
of
it.
the instances that actually pissed him off because when I joined the no streaming area, and I was like, "Oh, sup? I'm just gonna play Siege and play it on Xbox so I can have desktop audio off." Bada bam, bada boom. Simple as
Oh,
that. And then Becca
oh yeah,
started
no.
going batshit crazy over here because she was pissed.
Oh yeah, she. I mean, let's be real. She had reasons to get pissed after this shit. It was fucking stupid. I
Oh, and she's
mean,
going for partner now because of that.
oh yeah, no. All he's done is piss a bunch of people off and motivate them, and it's like,
I'm not saying I'm going for partner until I actually get to the levels, but yeah, that's
yeah,
one of my
no, but
now things that I want to do.
you have the mentality of let's get it going. Everyone's got that mentality of all right, we're pushing, and it's like, oh, yep, no, you just all you did is motivate individuals.
And all you did was motivate the individuals that you threw away and could have actually helped you hit partner. But hey, doesn't
And
think
we've
that
had this
through.
before. I mean, okay, he used to like. I mean, I seen the red flag when I had the first meeting with Slime and all this. And Slime fucking called him out for his bullshit because like, oh, you want all this from your editors and this, that, and the other, and like, motherfucker, I got a job and you ain't paying. And the moment he said that, Hockey got so fucking heated because you brought up money and this, that, and the other. And how dare you? And it's
Yet
like,
he's streaming 14 hours, 15 hours a day to try to get enough money to stay in his house that he clearly cannot own when it comes
oh
to
yeah,
actual money rate.
exactly. And it's like, no, we're all grown ass people that are doing this, and we have to budget. We have to do stuff, and you want our time, and time is money, sir.
And we can't just gift you about 100 subs per day over here. Like, Mav over here has to alternate his Prime and then spend $5 on whatever streamer gets it. Because, to be completely honest, he's not going to have that much money to spare of having to
No,
do all
California is
this.
expensive.
Yeah. Florida is as well, but I'm in a lucky situation with that one. But so, hey. Having my rent as low as it is, really good.
Oh yeah, same. I'm graced by low rent and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's one of those that, the more you do this mentality, the more you end up just
The more you
pissing
push
people.
away the people who will probably actually spend money on you. Because I can name
Hmm.
one person. Rena the Fox, the other Rena. They did not like Pocket. They got banned out of Pocket's chat because they thought it was a view bot. 2 months later, they spend about $200 in about 2 days around Christmas.
Well, no, here it is. He was how we were talking about people that were, he had his viewers that were there, and he wants to be like, oh, founders fee, this, that, and the other when they come over to your chat and all that. And when they drop money, and it's like he don't want anyone else talking money, but he's all screaming founders fee and bullshit. But he also treated, like, Becca has a couple people that used to view over there. They stopped viewing over there because he treated them like shit, and they don't need to be treated like shit. They're and it's like they're dropping bag on you. They like the show. Why are you treating them like shit? You know, like, why are you calling them out? They like the other show as well. They were showing up to both, and now they're not showing up to yours because you treated them like shit. You know. And it's like, and then you get all hyphy about it, like, huh, why,
I
my,
really
my,
still
why
like
are
my
my
friend's
people?
comment on the view stealing
Yeah.
thing. You can't steal views, it's more, you can make them like you way better because you're not treating them like shit.
Oh
I
yeah.
always give a
Or you're
benefit of the
putting on a
doubt.
better show.
Like, for example, if I have somebody come in, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, unless they say something horribly obscene or something that sketches me out to the core. For example, one person came in because of the anime profile pic and said, "You don't sound like a blue-haired cat girl." And it's like, okay, you, it's a femboy, get it right. Okay, no. I had the person who drew all this for me literally said, "Do it the cutesy as possible." Bet. Immediately after. And I just went with it. And I will say no regrets. It may have gained me a few followers and lost me a few followers because they don't like VTubers, but hey,
It's good artwork.
good artwork at the end of the day, and I will show it off until I get a 2D model. And that is all I
Of
care about.
possibly, of possibly the same style of artwork because it's that good.
Yeah. Oh, she cannot do 2D model like that.
Oh, I
But
know.
I have a source, and they're going to be making some shit. It's going to be great. And also, if you're watching this, hi, Glenn.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Well, at this moment, I need to grab a refill. The coffee is empty. I
Yeah,
should probably play this card game out though, but coffee.
coffee. But no, it was more of a, hey, he's being stupid, so meh. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna edit this. This is gonna be a fun one to edit. May or may not have also made coffee as well. It's also just done, so let me grab it.
Not a problem. Coffee keeps us going.
This is gonna need some severe editing, but hey,
Hey, that's what editing time's for.
hell yeah. But want to mention the topic that I don't think we wanted to mention.
uh, which one would that be?
Him trying to go live at certain times to catch the most hosts possible.
Oh, yeah.
Where he started playing World of Warships for a week to try to catch another raid from Wookiee Legend.
Oh, yeah, no, he was definitely trying to farm, like, hey, he's trying to buddy up to Wookiee and all that and catch those raids and try to get that as
There's no buddying up to him. You would have to join COG, and I say this as a person in COG. You would actually have to be nice to people in the community.
Yeah, and I don't know if you could do that.
Like, if he actually played the game more often than 2 hours, he could have met a bunch of amazing people. Like, Admiral Riven, he already met him, and I'm going to warn Riv about him just because of what this has turned into.
Oh, yeah, no.
He could have also met Silent Noise, amazing streamer over in Denmark. Like, that man's hit me a few times, and I'm always grateful. Hit me in the middle of me talking shit about wargaming, which was the funny part, because I was saying the amount of money you would have to spend on the newest update. And they're just like, oh, good to know. But he would do this, where he would basically try to catch any raid possible because he was so starved for that mental rush of a raid, of a what he would call a fat daddy raid, where he would play that for an entire week. He would play War Thunder just because he enjoyed War Thunder, but he also had like people like Crab Nation and a couple of other people he would get constant raids from because he was newer in the community and actually growing off of it.
This is after the Call of the Wild thing too. So this was like his new game. He was enjoying it, and it was PvP. So to quote him, he wasn't getting bored playing some hunting game,
Oh, the
and
Wild's
that's
still a
what
great
ended
game.
up happening. That's probably why a bunch of the damn people stopped coming back after he came back, is because he did that on stream and a bunch of them saw it. And it's like, the moment you did that on stream, buddy, I'm sorry, you just trash talk their game. But no.
Yeah, you don't want to do that often unless you give a counter argument.
Yeah.
Like, when I say a game is trash, it is because of one thing or another. For example, when I say Destiny 1 is trash, I mean community-wise, where you will have people say, oh, why are you doing this way, or this way, yada, yada, yada. Like, you will have that happen a lot.
But I could even argue that was the Xbox mentality for a long time. Be- because that transferred over into multiple games, but that's a different point.
Yeah. When you have a mentality of saying a game's shit because you just don't want to play it no more, then you have a problem. For example, I constantly call Siege shit. Do I still play it? Yes. Because the community is shit. Sure, do you go into the Siege Discord and get yourself harassed for having a girlish voice, or being a girl, or hearing the most sexist comments of all time? Yes. By the way, that's why one of my exes left that Discord. And if you streamed in there, oh dear God, you would get hate rated. But that was for a different story. But do I still play the game? Do I still respect the game? Yeah, because it's a fun game. I'm not going to say, oh, I don't like this game because it bores me. Does it bore me? Hell yeah. Am I going to play it? Probably not, because it's boring. But don't shit talk the community and don't shit talk the game. Because all you're going to do is make no friends. Unless they blatantly hate that game.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he did with Call of the Wild. He started doing it with War Thunder for just a tad bit. Because he was getting bored of having to play War Thunder to get views.
Well, that's what he also doesn't understand that, and that's where it comes back to you need to set up a show. His start time regiment
It's probably
was
why
what?
Ruby never talked to me because I said I didn't like War Thunder and never wanted to
Yeah,
play it. But it's a story for another day.
but you could have played Subnautica, and she would have been all over it. And this man can't even handle Subnautica, and I'm like, what the hell? You can't handle Subnautica?
I
What's
had that
wrong with you?
installed in the middle of him playing that. It was great. I
Yeah,
was wanting to play it on stream, but I didn't know. And then he got
yeah.
it, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be roped into the whole fad of other people playing
It, it,
games that he is.
and she gifted it to him, and he's played it one time because he's too scared of it.
So this is the funny part. I knew about multiverses before him. I, by the gracious, beautiful person that is Subby, for watching this and you're an hour in. First, I'm proud of you for watching that long. And second, hi. I was going to be getting a code for that because I actually offered to review it and actually play the game with them.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't do it because I didn't like fighting games. And I'm
Oh
so
yeah.
glad I didn't do it because he would have got a code off of it and immediately used it to his advantage.
Definitely. He would have been all over that. It would have been like, hey, what's going
He's
on?
not a fan of a game unless he can get views off of it. That is just a normal streamer thing. If he plays a game that is off, he'll immediately dip views because he's not getting that view gen from whatever he's playing. For example, War Thunder, he'll start getting into the top 5, top 10, and then he'll start getting views natively from that, and then people will stop by when he's at 50 because he's at 50. Yada, yada, yada. He doesn't want to play any of those games like that. I'm surprised he played Chimera Land, but he probably saw Kilo play it and said, meh, why not? I'll try it.
Oh yeah. That was definitely why the hell not?
It just is what it is. That's what a good streamer should do. You should go play the games that you think you will enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, there. Don't play it. If you do, there. You found a good game to play on
Oh yeah.
stream. It's just,
It's one of those. You gotta find the game that fits you and hopefully fits the community you have. If not, hopefully they come over, you know?
like for example, I can play Siege almost 24/7 because I have people who will come play Siege with me and go watch it. Then I start getting. Okay, so if you play Siege when you have a VTuber tag, you may or may not get a shit ton of views out of nowhere because it's rare to see English streamers when it comes to that game, but that's another story. It just is what it is. You play the games you want to get views off of and at the same time you enjoy. Though I'm more mature than that, I'll play what I want to play, and if I don't get stuff off of it, it's fine. It's why I played Infamous Second Son of all games, which I still need to go do my playthrough for hardest difficulty. But hey, that's another story. But it was more of a situation of he wanted to grind views off of us. He would get pissed if it's trying to do the same thing. And you had to be 100% business, and if you didn't like it, you would get kicked out. For example, Monster Within, original Mixer community, got kicked out. They got kicked out with Jesus because Jesus was enough of his shit. As Jesus has said, he's a nice guy, but he has literally fell into the mentality to the point where there is almost no return. He's too deep into the personality of, I have to be a big boy streamer to actually do anything. And if he doesn't do that, Bada bam, bada boom. He's either high or trying to smoke.
Oh yeah, and not like a
And
healthy
not
amount.
to diss
He's
smoking,
going to sleep type of, like, passing out, like, killing the stream type of smoking. Like, there's some people that he's met that can keep the show going, and oh man, he got pissed about, like, um Zero is High and this and that. All the people he was meeting because of multiverses and all that, and the man does dabs and keeps it going, but the thing is, the man's still awake, keeping the show going. He knows when to end his stream. This guy's smoking to the point where I'm gonna pass out on stream again, and it's like, yeah, no, he stopped himself before, and then there's the one time that it happened, but
and I had to call his phone about 10 times to get his ass to wake up.
a- and then there's now it's like, oh, it's okay to get this drowsy on stream. It's like, nah, buddy, you were doing a certain thing, and you're changing it up to a point where, nah, that's someone else's show. That's not your show you were running. Like, you had a thing. It was good. And then when he does this is another dip in viewage, and then he gets into a rage machine again.
I reminded myself of something.
Because you know how anytime there's a dip in viewage or anything like that, he automatically gets hypey, ragey, shit like that. He doesn't like put his head down and get to the grinder, And that's what he really needs to just do. Like, all right, we're gonna put some good content. Stop focusing on the number, just the number will be the number, you know. And he just gets locked in on that number, and it's like, yo, you're number focused. Yeah, you can be number focused, but on stream you need to be show focused, and that's where the number isn't the show. The show produces the number. So it's one of these that it we seen it, we've watched it. He cuts it. He tries to grow with the community. Gets mad when they start outgrowing him for a little bit, or keeps the number, doesn't hit him, something like that, and doesn't realize that, yes, you have your nick group of people that are going to hit you, and they have their people that they have to hit as well to keep that number up there. There's it's stream maintenance. They have their own stream maintenance. Baki thought he could let the editors just go unpaid and be like, yeah, keep my stream going for me. You'll totally have free time to do this, even though I don't have free time to do this anymore. It's like, uh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Auto host is dead.
Hosting doesn't even give you a notification unless you have the hosting up or mix it up, which still works half the time. Rating, you never do anyway unless you're at 10 people. So
and actually
it's.
setting up overlays, which would actually probably help him out a
He
little.
doesn't
Not
have an
not a huge.
overlay, it's just the game and then a number, which he's
Yeah,
still focusing on.
yeah. He's still number focused only. He's only view count focused number, and it's like the more you focus on that number, yeah, a sub goal, something like that, a little meter that moves up. Most Twitch and YouTube streamers have something similar. The hey, you want to help the community, this is our next goal. We understand that, but the viewer number, we never really seen that shit before. Like, yeah, it could have been done. Yeah, you're on a big, hey, it's our big day, how many people we have in here, maybe something like that,
And
but an
it's
everyday
also a
view count.
mentality of when he's streaming and he has those 50, 40, whatever views, he'll be like, he doesn't want to put a chat box on because guess what? all it's going to say is this person has left, this person has left, or occasional talk.
Oh, his chat bot that calls out everyone for coming and going. Well,
He's
not
too
coming,
afraid to
but at
put a
least
chat
going.
box on his screen because of that. I guarantee it, because he doesn't want to call out people more.
Well, yeah, no. Well, here's the thing. That in itself, the call out bot that calls you out for your view not counting or this, that, and the other. I've never seen that shit before in my life
That was
until
a
his stream.
Mixer thing a lot. A lot of
Yeah,
Mixer
no,
people
no,
would
we
have that.
never. No, that thing in Twitch is like, why you calling me out? Why you doing that? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know,
You only
I can
want
do
to
what
call
I
out viewers when it's necessary. Like, for example,
yep.
if you have a queue, bada bam, bada boom, next queue up, bam, get in here. Like,
Oh yeah, no. If you got the queue going for like playing with viewers weekend, something like that. Hey, they've left the queue, something like that. Not hey, their view disappeared because maybe they have to turn off their phone to play with you because their internet's so shit.
and it's
You never
also a
get.
situation of he doesn't get that people have lives. They can't just have their phone on your stream all day and actually chat it up.
Oh
Where
yeah.
if you have bad internet, you're not going to be downloading a game and watching his stream, or it's going to be super laggy and it's going to say you're going in and out of his stream. So he calls out basically anybody who does that. And if they don't like his personality, he just calls them a pussy and immediately bans them half the time.
Like I'm over here doing ESO content, getting caught up again, all right, and I get accused of like, oh, I'm never there, this, that, and the other. I've been lurking the whole fucking time. I can't do shit when I'm doing my ESO shit. I'm fucking locked in, you know.
That's
I got
also why
dungeon.
he probably got pissed at World of Warships, because people will use that for drops. Any
Oh
game
yeah,
that has drops, they will go lurk. Hey, you got an extra viewer for an hour, hour and a half, whatever time it is.
oh yeah, no,
He does
and
not
it's like,
understand that most of the people playing World of Warships are either 30, 40-year-old people who don't tolerate his shit, or it's vets that don't want to hear him ranting about his views being lower because
oh yeah,
they've dealt with so much worse shit. Where
exactly, and
Pocket
it's like,
hasn't done anything. He hasn't went to military boot camp. I actually did that for a while, but they, threw me out because of the whole fact you can't go to war when you have fucking cystic fibrosis. But but hey, I
yeah,
did get fit for a fat second.
yeah, no,
And they just
I
don't want to
grew up
hear
around
you
it, so.
complain about having less views because all they're going to do is pull those views out faster.
Oh yeah, no,
Or
they don't want to hear crybaby.
he
They're done with
also
shit.
really plays rush heavy and he says, "Oh fuck, this game sucked." Or that type of shit. It's like you're playing it extremely wrong. I know you're in Omaha that has a crap ton of torpedoes. Trust me, I would do the same, but you just don't play at Omaha very rush heavy. It is a citadel magnet. Like,
Well, he's a rush heavy gamer, and it's like you
yeah,
have to understand, and you have to do when you're a rush heavy guy. Like, and this is the one thing he's always asking his chat, "Hey, what's the best gun? What's this? What's gonna be the best for me?" And it's like, dude, you're gonna know what's the best for you.
you
Why are you asking?
ask
Why
this.
don't you do research and tell chat, hey, this is what I run? Why? Because this is what I feel is best for me and my type of play style. No, you're asking what
When he
Yeah, it's
plays
viewer
rush heavy,
engagement, but
I can see him wanting to be a cruiser. A cruiser has the speed, has the torpedoes half the time.
yeah,
He chose American
but which cruise?
cruisers. Guess what?
It,
That's a mistake because they don't have torpedoes. If they do have torpedoes, it's low range. And it's so hard to explain to him. He probably should have went anything else if he wanted to play cruiser and be rush heavy.
oh yeah,
Because he still gets it in his mind that, oh, I could just do anything in any which one of these tanks or anything. And he'll be like, oh, I can do this. When it's just plainly not possible.
Well, see, that's one of the things right now. Like, he wants, if I were to even bring him over to my game right now, he would want to be rush heavy. And I know it immediately. He's like, oh, I won't rush in. I'm going to be, I'm like,
Yeah,
he's going to
ESO, you
go,
don't do
uh,
that.
yeah, no. It's like,
Unless you're the tank and you have
unless
a
you're a
very good healer.
well, no. You know my guys that play DK, and it's like you can play DK, but you have to be good at playing DK. You can't just be like, oh, this is what I do, this is my button combination. No, you have to know what to do during each situational moment while you're doing this. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Well, can you rush in? Yeah, you could rush in. You could do that big damage. You could stomp, but can it hurt you? Oh yeah, it could bite you real fucking quick.
That's why I personally like playing Warden. Warden's more chill back, but still can do that deep damage if you really need to hit that much damage. Oh, and he's gone again. Hi, welcome back. You are
But
now me for a fat second.
yeah,
And now Discord's loading. Hi, welcome back.
yep. There we go. Yeah, but no, he plays COD, Battlefield, and he's used to rushing into these things and always rushing through the door. And it's like you get to these other games, you can't be doing that. You have to know, like when he plays War Thunder. A lot of the community doesn't understand him. Like, yes, he likes the light tanks, this, that, and the other. But once he's out of his light tank, he's kind of mad because he can't do his rushing tactic. And it's like, nah, you're playing a game where you kind of need to adapt to situational awareness. Some of the biggest maps on that game are, celebrated by some, hated by others. You know, you need to learn how to play it. Why? Because you're gonna get it in the rotation. And if you learn, like, respect the long range player that covers your ass. Don't talk shit. Hey, you just sitting back, Yeah, that motherfucker's sitting back covering your ass from the guy that came up behind you. You're like, oh, what's that pile of smoke doing there? You know? Meantime, he's like, no, we don't need that. No, you don't need to learn range. Just rush in, rush in, rush in. And
That's the one thing. He only learns his preferred playstyle and then never learns anything else. It's why he was so good at runouts on Siege, where he would run out, surprise the enemy. If he didn't die, he would get a kill, or yada
oh,
yada yada.
oh yeah, we back in Mad Day, original Counter Strike. Yeah, we used to watch those guys, and the moment you seen them in the lobby, you changed strat and waited for them to pop through the door and just put two in the head.
That's a lot of games for me.
Simple.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, and that's why after a while, once you know this man's in your rotation, you just change your strategy a little bit, and it's all,
Then you annihilate him.
he's all,
If he's
yeah,
rushing
he's
in,
all
you
angry.
just play a tank destroyer in the back of the map, sniping. There's nothing he can do to that because of just how War Thunder works with the whole bush thing, where you can just
Oh yeah,
turn off your
I'm a bush.
graphics and you can see through the bush.
I'm a bush. Or there is a bush and that's a tank probably.
Yeah, it's a
Also,
tank dressed up as a
they've
bush.
improved it a little bit. They've improved it a
Oh,
little bit on that for minimum graphics. I think they've forced the trees because I get trees on minimum.
oh, nice. That's a good change. I can respect that
Oh
even if
yeah.
I don't play the game.
Well, no, I mean I enjoyed playing it, but also he turned off two-thirds of the game for half the time, and
He would
everyone's been
only
was
play
calling him out.
tanks and no air, no navy. It's just
Yeah,
you have to
and
focus
they
on the full game in a whole to actually get the community to like you. You cannot just play rush heavy tanks 10 hours. It will get you the views, it will not have them stay. It's just is what it is. They will not have you stay. It's why not a lot of people actually stay for my streams for World of Warships, because I need to get more used to playing random battles, playing more than just scenarios half the time. And I've been getting better about that. I will play random battles to get my goals done, and then I will swap in brawls, whatever week of the stuff it has. Like, for example, Savage Battle. It's just You have to rotate your content or you are going to fail.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't understand that with War Thunder, and it's COD, he's good on that mark, where he's literally just, hey, I can rush heavy. This works in COD. This does not work in War Thunder. You have to have a different mindset. It will also not work in ESO. Especially ESO, it will not work in. It's
Oh
just,
hell no. And fall. I mean, let's be real. Fallout too. Fallout, unless you're using the glitchy guns that most of the community hates. Let's be real. The glitchy guns come back every DLC comes out. Everyone gets mad. Waits about 3 weeks for the people with all the legendary legacy weapons that pretty much ruin the game. You know, we wait for them to disappear, and then we go do the events, and that's pretty much how Fallout is. And what he ended up with? Oh, he's got the most toxic weapon in the game. Why? It's a legacy explosive Gatling laser, and everyone knows it does the most damage. Oh yeah, it melts the Scorch Beast. But as a community game, yeah, when you're doing solo damage like that, it's not really fun. That means the event's over. Everything, everything's done for the day. Hooray! You know,
and then the people
it's
who
one of
don't
those.
get there in time, who are just like, oh, thanks, this jackass just ruined the event because he's using a weapon that's so glitchy and does too much damage.
They pulled it out of the loot pool.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, one of those, like, you gotta approach each game with a little bit different of strategy sometimes, and he doesn't. He doesn't do it, and he wonders why the people get mad at him. They leave, stuff like that, and it's like they try to help you learn their game, and you attack them for it.
Because you want
You know.
to play it a different way, and I've done this before, where I said I want to
Mhm.
play it this way, and they're trying to get me to play their correct way.
Oh
there's
yeah, and
there's a 50-50 right chance here,
mhm,
where you are using a gun that is
mhm,
totally broken, legacy weapon. You need to literally get traded it, and there's
mhm.
limited amount in the game. That weapon will piss people off. But if you
Yeah,
go and say, oh, why the fuck are you getting mad at me? It's just a gun in the game. You don't understand any of the community or any of the game at that point to
no,
actually
you don't.
understand
You
why.
Yeah, you haven't learned, you haven't tried to grow your knowledge. Like you haven't done what streamers are supposed to do. All right, as a streamer, you should be the quote unquote hardcore gamer. What do? You research your game, you learn your patch notes, you know what's coming out. Why? Because you're in the show, you're selling this game to your audience. You need to know your business. You need to know your game. You know, if you don't know it, you don't know what's coming, you can't make adjustments that need to be made, you know? And as long as that's going on and you're not doing the research for your games, you just keep looking like a normal gamer
That
that
normal
doesn't know.
gamer who plays just a tad bit too much and doesn't know anything about the game, anything about anything coming up,
Yeah.
and you're not actually invested in learning in any respect of what the game might turn into.
You're
So
not
you
you're
just
not
say
telling the
game
people
fun.
about the events.
What he does is he says game fun. I get to shoot monsters and doesn't actually tell what the game is. For example, if you're trying to sell Fallout 76, you would want to say, hey, you can play with your friends. It's glitchy sometimes, all the time, literally every 2 seconds, but
Oh yeah, consoles
that's a
fuck.
part of the fun. You can also do stupid shit with your friends, like blow up somebody's house. All he says
True.
is gun go pew and nuke go bang. Where he'll just be like, that's about it. Nothing about
Uh,
like any story. He doesn't play story
Nothing
games, but
about like
still.
hey, we need to get a group to do Artos Pharma the proper way. It's kind of like a trial, but no one ever does it right because we can't get an organized group. But, it's learning about the community and stuff that goes on in the game, you know. Yeah, does a bunch of legacies run into Artos Pharma and just beat it down? And is that,
Can you solo it
normal?
with one legacy like a
No, you can't. You can't. Honestly, you can't. It's one of those you have to have at least three people. But what was it designed for? Oh, it's a 7 to 8 man event. It's a server thing, and the more people you get, the easier it is, and the more fun it is because it's heavy enemies, stuff like that. But does he know about the event? Maybe, maybe not. One of those, like, he doesn't research everything that's going on. Like, I could probably just bring up in one of my channels what? Oh, someone's gonna ask me what's going on in 76 for the next, month and a half. I got all the way till September. What the events are coming out? I'm ready for. Hey, you know, oh, what's coming up this August? There's a purveyor sale. We got Gold Rush. We got Meat Week coming up. Double XP's come. I could pop off with all this, and I'm ready for it. He's not. He doesn't have a. Hey, this is my game that I'm playing. I'm invested mentality. It hurts. It hurts the growth. It hurts the communities. All that. You're trying to get. You know.
It's also why he failed at playing Destiny, where he would only go into Iron Banner, under leveled, and just play Iron Banner, say, hell yeah, PvP. No, none of the story, no anything.
Well,
He
well,
wouldn't
well
look up
hold on
anything
though.
at all.
Iron Banner. Even if you're an Iron Banner player that just plays PvP only, does not care about the story, you're still looking up patch notes and telling everyone about, hey, this is the next PvP update coming out. This is the next patch notes. We need to watch our guns. Why? Because this is what PvP players do. They keep on the ball all the time.
Be a fair point. He only uses Telesto. He doesn't need to matter about that, because Telesto's always good in PvP, sadly.
Yes,
But
but
he doesn't go into the
you,
prep at all. He'll be like, I want to go on. Oh, I'm gonna play Iron
mhm.
Banner or Control or Momentum Control. Oh my god, he would
What's
get his ass
changed? Yeah,
kicked.
what's changed in the game? What's been updated? What rules? What
I
they
think
do
if he
to?
went in right now, he would still think Stasis is good, which he doesn't even have the DLC, so he wouldn't have Stasis. I think he quit because of Stasis, because of how OP it was in PvP, to be completely honest. Actually, no, he quit before Stasis, so he doesn't know anything about that horror show that went. But he doesn't look up the patch notes. Like, for example, any solar build right now is shredding through PvP, just
Oh yeah.
like at a horrible rate, because, like, for example, there's guns like Teraba that are literally shredding people in about what 0.5 seconds, and that's, oh my god, OP when it comes to Destiny 2. And he never looks up any of this stuff to go do it on stream. He only says, oh, hey, look at this. This is a new thing as it comes out. Like April Fool's, where the April Fool's event came out. And it was literally just like being on Tatooine with all the laser tanks and shit. He didn't know anything about it, which they probably didn't announce it, to be fair. But he was like, oh, is this battle points? What is this? And literally had to get help from the community to read just read what the notes were. He doesn't take that time. All he does is say, I'm going to stream now. I'm going to stream this game. And
Right.
then starts up stream, 12 hours. That's it. When I look at a new game, I'll be like, all right, this is going to be fun. Am I going to be able to learn this? Like, for example, where I learn a bunch of stuff about World of Warships daily. Do I play World of Warships daily? No. I just learned more about the game because I am invested in the game and I've played it for so many years. And
Oh
then
yeah.
contrast, he just sits here, says, I have speed, and then just vroom.
I mean, I'll be honest. Do I like World of Warships? No, not my type of play style. But if I'm gonna play it, have I learned from work what my play style is? Yeah, I'm gonna play aircraft carrier. Why? That's my play style.
I'm gonna taught you well. You like seeing the dive bombers too much.
Well, it's just what my play style is when it comes to that game. So I know that that's my,
Eh, I
do
may
I
gift
like
you
the
a ship then. I think I have a ship that you will like because
but
it's very strategic.
but it's one of those, am I gonna play on Mark's birthday if I'm on? Yeah, I'll play Mark's game for him. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna hop on, play, it's his day. If he's got some event going on, he needs some people signed up for, hey, I'm CC and I got an event going on, I gotta do something. Hey, I'll there to back you up kind of, mentality. But am I gonna play bash my head against the wall and not do research on it?
Ah,
No.
yes, that's like one of the last topics we need to get onto. He would try to force people onto the game when he wasn't on or when he is on, and then he would immediately call people out for not playing with him, even though he had like a full squad or
Oh
such.
yeah. Or wouldn't go up and learn, like with War Thunder, you can go to an 8-man crew. All right, there is an 8-man mode. All right, if you get the quote unquote PvP sweat that he wants. All right, but the problem is it was too low of tiers that he didn't want to get into and shit like that because he's a premium horn begged from the community. From he needed all of his premiums. So it's one of those that's another thing. Yeah, premiums are nice, this, that, and the other, but a lot of your War Thunder players, yeah, they kind of grind up the hard way as well. They have to get to that, F14. They don't get it for free, you know.
Yeah, and it just turned into a situation where he would make the squadron and
Mm.
then kick people out because they're not playing enough. Like, for example, if I
Oh
remember
yeah.
correctly, he kicked somebody out because they just stopped playing because they got
Oh,
burnt out and they had real life issues.
oh yeah, I know that he doesn't he has game burnout, but doesn't understand that other people get game burnout. Like, I'll be honest, I took a 3-month break from Elder Scrolls when I came back to PC. Why did I take that break? I got back to my champion level. I grinded myself out. I burnt myself out. I went on that grind. But you know what? Hey, I'm recovered. I can play my game again. I had to take a break.
It's the same thing
Did-
with me because I got burnt out really fast because of an old ex who actually used to be my admin. And it was just like
Mm.
a is what it is situation where they burnt me out of it because they would constantly say, get on, get on, get on, get on. They didn't even get the
Oh
champion
yeah.
levels. They were just doing random quests and just wanting to throw me around. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. But
You're
burnout is
you're
going to
doing
happen. It's why I
yeah.
have not been playing World of Warships, to be honest. So I'm a
Oh yeah.
tad
No,
bit
I
burnt
seen
out.
it happening. I slowly seen it coming. You're having fun. You're having fun. You're having fun. You're slowly getting irritated. You're slowly getting irritated,
And it
and
was
then all
mostly
this.
pocket irritation, to be fair.
Yeah,
To
but
deal with
also at the same time,
everything.
let's be real. There is a little bit of a content spout where you're not like interested in the content right now. It's more of it has to pique your interest again. Like it needs to do that spark that gets you back.
More of I don't want to play match after match after match to grind up right now because it just feels like a slog fest for me. Because I
Exactly.
keep
You're
getting
looking
low
for
tiered. That's
yeah.
what
You keep getting low
happens.
tiered, and you need you want to change. You need to change a pace or something where you get up tiered, or you need to get you need to get a different event going on that
I'm also going to show you
some.
later. You have to spend $600 to get the entire new summer event done because it's
Yeah,
only
and see
crits.
that and
That's
that's
also the
where
problem with that game, where
that's a
Pocket
turn
would
off.
never go into, where he
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
like paying money for games. He either gets it gifted or such and such.
Oh yeah, I totally never gifted him Fallout. He totally bought that, as he said. Yeah, totally. That totally
Oh,
happened.
I give credit because I've had phasmophobia for about 7, 8 months,
Hmm.
Never played it because I can't play it on this PC yet. Did Z-Pack randomly gift me the goddamn game? Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I'm so sorry, Z-Pack, but it's just can't play it yet with my hardware. It's the same thing
The,
with Ark,
but the
where
moment the PC get upgraded, probably gonna be like, all right,
oh, I'm
this
definitely playing Ark on
that
stream. That was fun.
our arc will be dedicated, and a Phasmophobia stream dedicated to those people. Why? Because they gifted the damn game, and we're gonna play
Yeah,
it
and
once
I'm
we
going
can.
to invite Z-Pack on, and if Maple could stop being weird, because they're certainly weird off stream, and whenever I talk to them, I will definitely get them on for some Ark.
There you go. And then I know some people. The people at my place, they play Ark. So there you go. There's more people that play Ark. They love their pet dinosaurs.
Yeah, the last time I played Ark, I may or may not have done a stupid decision and only get poison dragons because everybody else is doing their own different type of dragons, which I still out
Ah,
DPS'd some of the fire and lightning dragons, which was hysterical.
I played about like 5 minutes of Ark, and I'm like,
I played 10 minutes of
give me
Ark in the
four.
last month, and it was me finding my ex's body and throwing it into the ocean for the megalodons.
There you go. See, that's the kind of thing I
Yeah.
can get behind.
I saw the clip of it too because Burn dropped biddies at the same time.
There
It
you
was
go.
great. But to end this off, we're not pissed at Pocket. I hope he learns from this entire experience. He's not gonna be our friends though. Like, never again.
Mm,
We're not dealing with any of this ever again.
Like
And all it's made me is skeptical of other people.
it's one of those like he he he's got to see what's going on. He's got to step back and learn from what. Either step back, learn, or you're just going to repeat the same thing for the next 3 years again.
And self destruct and basically never hit partner, even though he's already at that stage.
Yeah, I mean you had the numbers, buddy. You could do it, but you gotta stop self-destructing every time. I just can't. I can't be around while you do it. It's just, I can't watch it. I'm sorry, I can't be there anymore for that.
I'm surprised I kept myself around for like 10 times where he did that. That's
Oh
my
yeah,
only
no.
surprise. I
I
kept
stayed
myself
for like
around.
3 of them, and I'm like, nah, I'm done. This one's
He did
like,
it so
no.
much. It's sad. It is what it is. I promise I'm probably not going to do one of these again. Unless some stupid thing happens or I just decide to do some podcast. Either or.
Yeah, podcast, those things.
Yeah, those things are fun. It was out of nowhere and I said, you know what? I can't sleep. Screw this shit.
We'll get it. We'll vent. We'll get it off our chest, and we'll let it flow.
Yep. Well, we are out.